Hi, I'm Dominic Moore, former NHL player and creator of Smashfest, a charity ping pong tournament featuring NHL players and other celebrities. Smashfest was created to raise money for important causes, but also to put the players' personalities on display. Now, we're finding a new way to connect with your favorite stars.
I'll talk to Brad Marchand and Mitch Marner to discover what makes them tick.
Then, we'll ask them to design their own custom ping pong table and work with a world-renowned street artist to bring that vision to life. Later, we'll auction the tables off, with all proceeds going to charity.
There he is.
Got it. Finally. Sorry about
You're not techie, huh? I wouldn't have guessed that. You're pretty,
I used to have a computer and the new ones they stress me out. I don't like to learn how to do too much new stuff. I can do everything on a phone now, so I figured, I just use that for everything. Hey, yeah. Hi.
Hey. Oh, hello. How are you?
Is it good?
Are you having a good day?
Having a good day? Yeah, you saw Coach and Goosey? Okay. All right.
Over 10 seasons, Brad Marchand has developed into a dynamic playmaker who almost always finds a way to influence a game. His opponents despise him, but his teammates love him. Having been both, I can tell you that's true.
So you guys got up to Maine just to kind of escape the chaos here in Boston?
Yeah, there was a stretch there where our kids didn't leave the house for 4 days, and we brought our rollerblades. We were playing rollerblade hockey in the street yesterday. Brought a little dirt bike for Sloan, and I brought my hunting gear. So.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, exactly.
There's going to be no wildlife left in Maine.
Oh, exactly.
Hunting. This is a passion of yours.
It's something that my family was always big into. I learned at a very young age. My dad, his father, more just spend time together than anything. I think that's a bit of a misconception with hunting. I don't love to do it because I'm always trying to chase an animal. I love to be in the outdoors. I love to be in the woods, especially how our life is so hectic. How I escape all the stresses and the pressures of the game is just being in nature. And
getting outside, especially in this day and age, is all the more important with how much time people spend on computers. And yeah, it's 100% makes sense. Playing at the highest level requires 1000% focus, but you're probably like me where I felt like I could actually focus better on hockey when I had other things to work on, because it kind of like took me away and then I was fresh when I came back.
That's the best way to look at it. And you're 100% right. Is if you focus on hockey all day, every day, you take it home with you, you're going to stress about it and it's going to drain you. I find it's a good distraction from the game to be involved in other things.
Who has had kind of the biggest influence on you or impact on you in your life, do you think, if you had to pick just one?
The person that has influenced me the most would be my dad. Just the way that how driven he was and how hard he worked and just competed every day. That's one thing my dad always preaches at me: to be humble and to be thankful and grateful for the opportunity that we're in. All those things that are true within, being a good person. It wasn't always that way. Obviously I think there was a time period there where I get a little ahead of myself. I first made it to the NHL and we ended up winning the first year I played. And
you beat us. I was with Tampa. We, lost to you guys right before your first cup.
Crazy series. You gotta be thankful for where we are.
You have a really good filter. Like, what to listen to and what not to pay attention to. And that's not just for like public criticism, but that could also be from coaches.
Not everyone can handle criticism well. If somebody's saying something, it's because you're either doing something right and they don't like you for it, or you're doing something wrong and they want you to change it. And part of the criticism comes because we've been a successful team for a long time, and that's more of a compliment. So that's the way I take it. When fans don't like me, then I'm happy about that. When they throw shade at me, I'm happy about that because it means I'm doing my job.
Having said that, is there anything that you regret doing?
There's some showboating stuff that I wasn't, going back, I probably would change. I think it also helped build me into who I am today. So I don't think I can honestly say I would go back and change anything. That stuff made me have to change. And I really put a huge focus on changing, become a better player, because I had to get away from that. Took a lot of heat for that licking incident and stuff like that. But
for the table design, we could use the Rolling Stones.
Now actually be hilarious.
All right, so let's get to your table design here. So what comes to mind in terms of inspirations, things you're grateful for, things that you are part of your identity? Like, I was thinking maybe the Marsh Milco logo could be on there.
Yeah, that would that'd be really cool. That really shows a lot of my passion, I think, all in one. You know, it's got the hockey stick, the arrow, so hunting, outdoors. I can't get enough of the mountains. Like, I think the mountains are the most beautiful.
Mountain guy.
Elk hunting is my favorite. So I was thinking maybe like an elk.
Wow, that would be sick.
Yeah. They look, their pictures of them are so cool. They're just such unique animals.
We could maybe incorporate some of the camouflage, like, you know, like you're wearing there, like into the base of the table. Like underneath the, you want your number in there anywhere?
Yeah, I guess that's been a bit of a staple. If you kind of throw that in there.
After we're done, I'm going to talk to Bacon, and I'm going to kind of relay your thoughts about it all.
I love watching artists work, and I feel like I have such an appreciation for it because I am so bad at it. But like, I can't wait to see what this guy can put together.
Well, thanks again. You're the man for doing this.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bud. Anytime. Thanks for having me. Say hi. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I see credits on there.
Say bye-bye, okay?
Bye-bye. Nice to see you. Alex.
All right, awesome. How you doing, man?
How's it going?
Good. Awesome interview, by the way.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed listening to him talk and stuff, so that's pretty awesome.
In Toronto, yeah, he's not that popular typically.
No, but you know what, man? Like, we're hockey fans. Like, let's be real.
I met Canadian graffiti artist Alexander Bacon in 2018. Internationally recognized, Alex has painted large-scale murals and canvas work around the world, but most frequently he can be found giving life to the alleys and streets around Toronto. Having honed his craft for almost 3 decades, his work is truly awe-inspiring. He's also a hockey fan.
You heard his ideas for design, so what are you thinking? You think the elk sounds doable?
Oh, absolutely. The elk is going to be the key central figure on there. It's an awesome animal.
What did you think about the camouflage and trying to hide his number 63 into the like camouflage design?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Brilliant idea. Easy to do. It's going to look awesome. It'll be like subtly hidden in there, and yeah, it's going to work perfect. I'm thrilled to be working on this with you guys. So,
well, we're thrilled to have you be a part, and we both can't wait to see what you come up with.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best on this.
Awesome. Thanks, Alex.
When we come back, we surprise Brad Marchand with his custom ping pong table. Today, Alex Bacon gets to work on Brad Marchand's hunting-inspired ping pong table.
I'm gonna project it because I want it exact, right? And then I should be done this thing within 4 hours, I think. I'm not gonna take a break. I'm just gonna crush it. The only challenge I have is I have a logo that has to go on it. I'm gonna disappear into my world now with my headphones.
I wake up every day like the world is mine. Then reality hits as I open my eyes. Gotta grind for the bottom, it's a steady climb. So I reach for the peak like them eagles fly. I was meant to soar, made for so much more. They ain't wanna let me in, so I kick in the door. I want my piece of pie and my peace of mind, but no peace till we eat and my people shine.
Doesn't matter what kind of job I do, I always get a little bit of anxiety before it, you know, like performance anxiety or whatever, and it's just, once I get to it, I just work it out and get it out. I think it's all the prep work, getting all my supplies together, making sure everything's working right. And I've done so many jobs that there's always something that goes wrong no matter what, so I'm like waiting for something to happen, but so far so good. We're on the home stretch with this one. Brad Marchand, he's like a big time hunter and company that sells like gear and stuff, and so he's fully passionate about this stuff, which is cool because everybody just thinks hockey guys, all they care about is hockey, but this guy definitely has other passions in his life. This is my favorite stage of the painting, where I come in and just make it look really sharp and blend it in really nice together and clean it up. Yeah, it's gonna look tight.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
And that's it.
Marshy, meet Alex Bacon.
Pleasure to meet you, Alex.
Likewise, man.
Alex, you watched the interview that, in the conversation that Marshy and I had, and, you were touched by it actually, and a couple of things resonated.
I definitely connected with the way he talks about his work ethic. I'm also a hunter, so, I really...
man, I respect every hunter, so I mean, I love it.
I'm glad that you guys share these connections because I think that made this project extra special.
I was definitely inspired by your love of hunting, and I'm just going to show this to you, and I hope you love it.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
All right.
I'm nervous. I'm getting goosebumps right now. Oh my God.
There we go. So I got the
Oh man.
photo with your numbers in there. I got the big elk. I got the mountains in there for you. And
That is incredible. Oh my gosh. That's unbelievable. Oh, you nailed it.
Thanks, man.
I got goosebumps right now. Those mountains are insane. Like, that is my dream view right there. That's unbelievable. I love that the 63, it's hidden right in the camo there. That's awesome.
There's a bit of a surprise, Marshy. I want to see if you can notice it. Family was something that was really important to you.
Okay, is that a K up top?
You got it. You nailed it.
There you go.
I was looking at that. I was like, that might be it.
The K obviously, covers your dad and your wife.
Oh, but this is unbelievable. I love it. It's incredible.
It's a real honor doing this for you, man. Like, a real big honor. And for Dominic, for getting me on board with this, I think it's a great thing to do while we're all cooped up at home.
We're going to be able to auction this off. The good part is that our good friends at Killer Spin are going to be able to reprint this onto another table so that you can have your own table at home.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to have it.
Wow.
I actually might put it on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a room for a table. I just don't want anyone to ruin it. I'd love to come over and shake your hand and meet you and sign that. That'd be awesome. It'd be an honor.
It would be my honor, man. Trust me.
Looking forward to meeting you in person.
Likewise.
When we come back, we'll talk to my old Maple Leafs teammate, Mitch Marner.
I think a lot of people still look at me as a kid. Obviously, I can't grow facial hair or body hair or really anything. So I think a lot of people still look at me as that kid and like to make that joke.
Thanks for doing this. I know you've been doing a lot, and you just got off the phone with Sick Kids, was it?
Yeah, it was good. That was fun.
That was nice of you.
Yeah, I know. It's good talking to them, trying to get their mind off everything, obviously.
In just under 4 seasons, Mitch Marner has developed into one of the NHL's most potent offensive players. He's become a fan favorite in Toronto for his work both on the ice and off. At just 23, Mitch embodies a new brand of leadership in the NHL, one that I witnessed firsthand as his teammate.
One of the things I want to talk about was your tattoos.
So I had my first tattoo on my top shoulder, and it's my family crest. And just to have kind of my family with me through everything I go through, and always feel like no matter who's there or who's not, I always got them with me. And I got that one done. So obviously when you get one done, it's kind of a roller coaster ride if you want to get another one. I started reading up on Greek mythology about kind of all the gods and stuff like that. And I got to Zeus and read up on him quite a bit. I liked his look, and it looked cool on my arm, I thought.
So you talk about Zeus as a leader of the gods. And so I was curious how you would define leadership.
No matter what or how scared you are through something, it's just making it seem that you're ready for anything, you can handle anything, and not a whole lot of talking, but proving on the ice that you're going to do things that others won't, and then try to sacrifice yourself for others. And I think that's just the cool thing of a leader. Is
you're a pretty happy-go-lucky guy, and you like to have fun, and a lot of people kind of mistake that as being immature, but I didn't find that. I sat beside you in the locker room for a whole season.
I think a lot of people still look at me as a kid. Obviously, I can't grow facial hair or body hair or really anything. So I think a lot of people still look at me as that kid and like to make that joke. But as the public guy, I think that is a kind of a look of the happy-go-lucky guy that might be immature. But, I think in the locker room, I try and bring a different aspect to it.
So what's driving you now?
I think just knowing that there's other guys out there doing the same as me. Just, you don't know if the season's coming back or not, but I think the goal in mind for our team especially is that as soon as it starts back up, we're going to be ready to just kick it into gear and go again.
If you had to pick one person that has had the biggest influence on your life to date, who would that person be?
I think it would just have to be my father for all the sacrifice he's done and how much of a beating he's taken throughout media and stuff like that for these last couple of years as well. And just how he just keeps kicking it up and still joking around with me and keeping me motivated to do things.
Where does that need for responsibility to try to make a positive difference off the ice come from?
I think growing up again, my family, I mean, they always taught me to try and put other people before yourself. And if you can give back, try and help it as much as you can.
And I think it brings it back to the motivation thing too, where you realize the privilege that you have and it actually keeps you motivated to do your job well because you're grateful for it. Getting to the table design here now, do you have any initial thoughts based on some of the things we talked about or things you might have thought about before?
Cool one would definitely be to get a big photo of Zeus on there. I mean, you know, obviously our dog's named Zeus now. From that, I remember giving Steph the dog and saying, all right, his name's Zeus, by the way. And she was like, oh, okay, I guess that's the name we're rocking with. But
probably throw on the Marner logo.
Yeah, the double M logo would be great for sure. Not really a photo or anything like that, but just like a big spray paint of family across somewhere. Just because family's always been my main thing.
Like the word family?
Yeah, just because, I mean, I think growing up through anything we've been through, it's been family stuff. Family comes together and we do it together, regardless if it's an issue or if it's positive. It's through the ups and downs, we've been with each other through it all. So I think family is really important to me.
That's a lot to go on already.
Yeah.
You're a pretty creative guy on the ice, so I wasn't surprised to see the creativity here for the table design.
I think the bigger it looks, the cooler it will look for sure.
Well, thanks for taking the time to do this, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for letting me do this. It sounds awesome, so can't wait to see it.
What's up?
How are you?
What'd you think of Marner's interview?
It's so crazy. Like, you know, I'm 45, so like seeing somebody so young and talented like that, I'm just like, it kind of like brings me back to think how I was at that age.
He's a really interesting character because he has this happy, you know, carefree demeanor about him, but that doesn't mean that he's not a leader, like he said, and he's shown it.
I'm a huge fan of his, so it's nice to see him talk, and I can't wait to see how he's just gonna, like, you know, where his career is gonna go from here. So it's just awesome. So we had Brad Marchand, and we both share the hunting, and with Marner, I'm covered in tattoos, so I totally get it, you know.
That's awesome. So what did you think of the Zeus character as a focal point?
I think it's awesome. Definitely, you know, go in with the lightning on there and make it pretty cool.
One of the other things you talked about was the family word, you know, trying to get that in. So what's your thoughts there?
I was thinking doing it in a really nice kind of like script style, like have Zeus is like looking at it from a side profile, because I always pictured Zeus like on top of a mountain, right? And with like
Mount Olympus.
Clouds.
Yeah,
these big clouds in the background with like lightning kind of shooting out of them. And then I was thinking maybe put like family in a really nice script.
And Mitch wants to send his logo too in a vector file.
I could do that in the bottom right, like where the clouds kind of start, and then somewhere in there I'll incorporate it. I look forward to the reveal. You know, that's going to be the really cool part. So
yes.
When we come back, we bring Mitch Marner's creative vision to life.
Wow, dude.
Now, let's watch Alex Bacon bring Mitch Marner's Zeus-themed ping pong table to life.
Yeah, you don't want this problem. Yeah, it's whatever you want. You see that pins ride slow, that's me on the hunt. I'm a jerk, might creep with your girl in the front. Just so you know, this ain't the problem you want. Yeah, boy, don't even front. Real recognize real, so I know you a chump. You can tell them boys you roll with whatever you want, but you know, and I know this ain't the problem you want.
Kind of like its own meditation, and you lose yourself in time. You know, normally I can tell what time it is, even if I'm sleeping and I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll like look at the clock and it'll be pretty much the time I think it is. And when I'm painting, I actually have to check the clock and be like, what time is it? Because I lose myself. Like right now, I'm gonna say what? It's like 2, I'm off by half an hour. It's so therapeutic. It's challenging. Failure's like my best teacher, and you can never know it all. It's a really humbling profession to be in because it's just, there's always something to learn. It's all about gentle touch right now. Screw it. Right up pretty bad. I rush. And then I'm gonna refine it and then do the logo and we're done. What do you think? Boom. There we go. I'm happy with this one.
What's up, Mitchie?
There we go.
Mitchie, meet Alex Bacon.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Good, man. Nice to virtually meet you.
Yeah, you too. Super excited to see what you came up with here.
So Alex is a tattoo enthusiast himself, so
Oh, nice.
You really like this project, and I just wanted to get him to share.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of tattoos myself. I'm kind of covered, and I get it. So I was inspired by Zeus, the family thing, and you know how Zeus is like, got like lightning. I really hope you like it, man.
Yeah, that sounds wicked. I'm excited.
Yeah. Are you ready to see it?
Yeah. Oh, that is wicked. That is insane.
Got your logo in there.
Yeah.
Got the family. Got the lightning going. And Big Daddy Zeus over there.
That is wicked.
Yeah.
That is so well done. That's crazy.
And then I got like the blue in there for the Leafs, and
How long did this take you? Like, I don't.
so I think it took me 3 hours to paint. That took about, 27 years of painting to get to.
I was gonna say.
3 hours.
Yeah. It took a little bit more than 3 hours total.
It's just like a tattoo, right?
Yeah.
You get that line work in, and then you go in and you detail it, and you don't have to think too much. So it's actually a really similar technique to getting tattooed.
Oh yeah, that's wicked. I love it all. That's great.
Yeah.
You hear that? Get one of these tables.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be sick to have.
So cool.
Thanks. It's a real honor to be working with you guys, It's like a childhood dream, I guess, to be interacting with like NHLers.
I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me be a part of this, Tom. Alex, it's a hell of a painting and great job. It's really.
Thanks, man.
Like this, it's crazy.
Alex would love for you to come sign the table in person, and that
definitely
make it even more special.
For sure.
Thanks so much for doing this. You're the best.
Okay.
Be well, be safe.
Yeah, you guys too.
Thank you so much for watching Unveiled by Smashfest. To bid on one of these player-inspired original works of art, visit smashfest.ca. All proceeds go to cancer research.